continue with our Maths 2021 paper, okay? So Monash is joining me. You'll be helping you guys answer some questions. Do you want to say anything?
No.
No, okay, that's fine, yeah. So, so it's question 11, okay? So we have this set of simultaneous equations, and you're asked to solve the simultaneous equations, okay? So do you know the methods for solving? Okay, so there is elimination, method of elimination. There's also the method of substitution, okay? So my handwriting is bad all of a sudden. Then there's also the matrix method.
Okay.
And then there's also the graphical analysis method. Okay, so graphical analysis, you can use two graphs to solve the same equation.
Okay.
The essence of it is that the answers you should get the same answer for any method that you use. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the method of elimination. So normally when they give you simultaneous equations,
yes,
they don't tell you use this particular method.
Okay.
And almost always the easiest method, or the method that computes the answer the fastest, is the elimination method. Okay. So the elimination method, this is how you do it. First of all, I observed something weird with how they wrote these simultaneous equations. Here, x is matching with y. It's not good for me. Okay. So I should try to rearrange that. So I would have 2x plus y equal to 4. And then here I would have negative 4x plus 5y equal to 13. Okay. So here the thing with rearranging numbers is that you should always remember that a number owns the sign to its left. Okay. So to its left hand side. So near negative 4x should go there as negative 4x. Okay. So now they are matched. Now that they are matched, I can match the coefficients for either y or for x. You can match for either, it's still fine. Okay, so here I'm going to match for y. So if you want to match for y, it means that you have to have 5 here, since we have 5 here, 5 there. Okay. So how can we do that? We can multiply by 5. The trick is that you have to multiply the whole term, the whole equation. Okay, so you have to multiply the whole equation by 5. So here 2 by 5 you get 10x
plus 5y
exactly
equals 20.
Equals to 20. Okay, so here you get negative
4x plus 5y
equal to 13. Okay, so how can we get rid of, the problem now is how can we get rid of y here? So you have 5y plus 5y and you have plus 5y. If you want to get rid of, you have to subtract. Okay. So the thing is, if you match the y's and then the y's that have the same sign, it can be negative or it can be positive. You have to subtract. If they are the same signs, then you have to subtract.
What if the signs are different?
If they are different, then you have to add. Okay, so I'm going to work out the same problem, and then we'll see. When we try to match for x, then we'll see that the signs will be different, and then you see what I'm talking about. So here you have 10x, then minus 4x. You get what?
10x minus we add.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
So it'd be 10x plus 4x. You get what?
We get 14x.
14x. Then here you have 20 minus 13. What do you get?
You get 7.
7, great. So here we divide both sides by to get x.
We divide both sides by 14.
By 14 exactly. You get x equal to 7 over
14.
7 over 14 is equal to
1 over 2.
1 over 2, exactly like this. Okay. So simultaneous equations you have to find for both x and for y. Sometimes it's a and b, it's still fine.
Okay.
But then you have to find for both. So here you would take whatever equation is simplest. So here the equation which is simpler in terms of, because you want to find y. So the equation that's simpler to use is the first equation here. So it's equal to 4. And then you have y equal to 4 minus 2x like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you'd have y equal to 4 minus 2. Your x is what?
Is half.
So here the method that we're using, it uses a combination of substitution and elimination, but then it's based on elimination. Okay, so it's the substitution is part of the elimination method. So this is how you'd go about it. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to show you doing the same thing, but then now we're going to eliminate. We're going to eliminate x. Okay. So here you'd be having again 2x plus y equal to 4. Then here you'd be having negative 4x plus 5y equal to 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we have, and we rearranged, which is fine. And then we want to eliminate x. So if you want to eliminate x, you have to multiply this one by what? Because you have to match the coefficients.
Okay.
So this one is 2. So we want it to be
4.
To be 4. So we multiply this one by
2.
By 2, exactly. So if we multiply this one by 2, we get 4x plus
2y
equal to
8.
It's important that you multiply through and through. Okay, so negative 4x plus 5y equal to what? 13, exactly. So here you put your big brackets. Don't forget to put your big brackets. Okay, so it helps you get perspective on what you're supposed to do. So here the signs, they're different. If they're different, we
add,
exactly. So if we add, you just get 4x minus plus 4x plus minus, so it's simply 4x minus. So that's why we add. So here you can just get 0, and then here you get 7y equal to. So here you get what?
We get 21. Yeah.
We get 21.
13 plus 20 is 8. We get 21. Yeah.
21, and then you
divide both sides by 7.
Then you get what?
3.
That's the same answer that we got previously. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then now you just have to solve for x. So I can say 2x equal to here. Okay. So it's equal to 4 minus y here. Okay. So x is equal to 4 minus y over what? Over 2. So it'd be 4 minus 3 over what? Over 2. 4 minus 3 over 2, you get what?
1 over 2.
1 over 2, exactly.
Still the same answer.
Okay, so it's still the same answer. That's how you'd solve it.
Okay.
And this, whenever if you're revising or if you're studying simultaneous equations, what you want to emphasize on is the method of elimination. Usually, it computes the answer the fastest. Okay, so it's really good, and that's it. So just knowing one method sometimes it goes a long way. I think it's good. So we're going to move over to the next part. Next part, question 12. It says for the expressions. So you have expressions 10 open bracket x plus 1, then 8 open bracket x plus 1 squared, and you're asked to find the highest common factor.
Okay.
So the way you know the way that you do it is like this. Whenever you're asked to find either the highest common factor or the lowest common multiple, you should first express your numbers as a product of prime numbers. Okay. So it helps. It makes you understand. Okay, what factors you're dealing with. Okay. And also it gives you a sense of the answer. So what you do here, when I'm working this out, I want you to concentrate on the working as well, because the presentation has to be very good. Okay, so
it has to be accurate.
Exactly, it has to be accurate and it has to be clear. So here you have x plus 1. Okay, so this is what you do. You say equal to 10 here. You can express 10 as a product of its prime numbers. It'd be what?
5 times 2.
5 times 2. Okay, so the only difference is I'm going to write 2 by 5. Okay. So that I have, I'm going to start with the smaller numbers. Okay. Okay. So here it'd be times x plus 1. Okay, so this is it. I will tell you shortly why I'm doing this. So plus 1 squared. 8 would be what?
2 times 4.
2 times 4, but then 4 is not a prime number. So it'd be what?
Okay, that's 2 times 2 times 2.
Exactly. So 2 to the power?
3.
Exactly. So the only difference is that you are supposed to express in terms of powers, okay? Whenever you have a conflict, express in terms of powers. Sometimes you have to do T diagram. So for example, 10, you can just do a T diagram here. Then you get your prime numbers, they'll be this one, okay? So sometimes for bigger numbers, you have to do with the T diagram, okay? Then afterwards, you say multiply by, it's this one here, so x plus 1 squared. This one, you can also treat it as a term as well, just like what you are doing here. So you want to find the HCF. HCF simply means highest common factor. Exactly. So here, the highest common factor, the trick is you only take what's common. Okay. And when you have a conflict, you take the lower power. Okay. So those two. So first of all, you take what's common. And then second, you take the lower power if there's a conflict. Okay. If you had 3 numbers here, you'd have to take what's common in all the 3 numbers. Okay. Only those factors. if it appears in two numbers and then not in the third one, you ignore it.
Okay.
That's the trick. So here you take what's common in the numbers. What's common is 2 first.
Yes.
So 2, there is a conflict. You have 2 to the power 1 and you have 2 to the power 3. You take the
2 to the power 1.
Exactly. You take the lower power. That's for highest common factor.
Okay.
Okay. So here 5 we're going to ignore because 5 is not
common.
Exactly. Then for this other one we're going to take x plus 1. Which power? 1 or 2?
1.
Exactly. Because we take the lower power. Okay. That's it. So you get 2. X plus 1 is your answer. Okay. So two rules. I mean, the first rule is take what's common in all the numbers. The second rule is
take the lower power.
Take the lower power. For lowest common multiple, now it's different. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky. So you have x plus 1 just like this, then you get 2 by x plus 1. So the first step is the same for all this. Okay, so squared, then you give 2 to the power 3, then you have times x plus 1 to the power 2 like this.
Okay.
Okay. Like this, okay?
Yeah.
So after doing this now, you want to find the lowest common multiple. So the lowest common multiple is different. Every number, every unique number has to be represented, okay?
Okay.
For prime numbers, every unique number has to be
represented.
And when you have a conflict, you take the higher power.
Okay. So it's actually the opposite.
Yeah. So you only take what's common for highest common factor. But then for lowest common multiple, you take every number.
Okay.
Then you take the higher power. Exactly. So here 2 is common and then there's a conflict. What are you going to take?
The higher power.
Which is 2 to the power
3.
Then 5 is has to be
common.
represented, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but it has to be represented because it's a unique number. So 5 we're going to represent it.
Okay.
Then for x plus 1, what are we going to take?
Higher power.
Which is 2. Okay. So here you get what?
8.
By
5
by x plus
1.
So you get what? 40.
Yes. Get 40.
X plus 1 squared. That's it. And then you're done. Yeah. So that's the trick. And then also notice that the 40 here, it's actually the highest common factor between the lowest common multiple between 10 and 8. Okay. Because 8 gets into 40 5 times. And then 10 also gets into 44 times.
You can actually work it without actually doing the longer method.
Yeah. But then the longer method it's better in that if you're given like really ridiculously large numbers, then you want to use this. Okay. And also sometimes just showing you're working, you can know the answer. Oh, I can do this. But then here there are 2 marks. Yeah. So if there are 2 marks, if you show you're working, then you might botch the answer, but then actually get like half the working done. So they'll give you 1 mark there. Okay. So yeah, that's probably it. I think we can start from questions 13 to 15 in the next lesson. And then we won't include questions 16 through and through. Okay, so if you want, you can just use the website primaEd.com, and then you'll be able to find you'll be able to access the rest of the questions. Okay, so just stay tuned for the next lesson. We're going to clear questions 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so that's it. From me and Munashe, we are out.